Let's go. I am live while it's halftime of the NBA. Phoenix Suns, rise of the Phoenix game versus the Bucks, right? So let's do a halftime live stream. Let's do a halftime live stream real quick. Let's try to get this under 30 minutes. So I'm going to hop right into the topic, but I do want you all, while I'm setting up and notifying my other platforms, to say hello. Right. Come in, say hello. You can still do the 5 minutes of fame. You can drop your city and or state, or you can just simply say hello. It's gonna be this loud. Turn it down. Hello, Jake. Jake, it's not your bedtime. Oh no, it's summertime. Hello, Jake. Usually our youngest YouTuber, right? Good evening, Gwen, for the second time today. Let's get this in. You all go ahead and hit that thumbs up, right? Hello, Space Zone. Jake says no. Okay, I got you, Jake. Space Zone. Thanks for tuning in. You all hit the thumbs up. Let's notify some people. Peace to you as well. Hello, Angela. Thank you for tuning in. I think I'm going to start with um, crypto patent application 666. I think that's what I'm going to start with. You all come in, hit the thumbs up. Let's notify some people, right? That I'm live. Let's get them in. Share, hit like and hit share so we can go right into the topic. What's this? Okay, let me notify my other platforms I'm live. And that's it. Hello, Brad. Hello, Brad. Hello to you as well. My new ring. I like it. Let's see. Yeah, let me adjust this. Hello, Brad. I'm just waiting for YouTube to kind of build up the algorithm. So you all make sure as you come in, you take time to hit the like button, whether you are watching live, thank you, Gwen, or on the replay, because it is halftime of the game, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Right? Let's go ahead and get this party started. But again, hit that like button. It is NBA game night, so want to get you all in for my sports fans and get you out. But we're at a very crucial time. Hello, Loretta. See, more people are coming in as you all hit that like button, right? So we do have more people coming in as you hit the like button. Okay, let's get started. Let me cut the music off. I like that music though. I like that. Someone made this for me for my live streams. I've had it for a while, right? I had it for a while, and I really haven't been playing it. I think I've had it for some months, and I just decided to play it. And the more I listen to it, like the more I vibe with it. So we got people coming in, and let's get in. It's at the 5 minute mark, so time for me to cut it off, cut it down. I was supposed to live stream a little earlier, right? Behind the news. Hello, Justin Willer. Hello to you, as we do have more people coming in. I was supposed to live stream a couple of hours ago, but I want to share this with you, right? The United States going broke. I said I was going to start with the patent 666, but I'm going to shift and go this route first because it's a video. 3 minutes. I want you all to watch it. I was watching, explaining this as well. And I did a live stream previous talking about the July 28th date. People, July 28th is a big, big date. Why is that? Because SEC today has ruled or given the date of July 28th to figure out the Ripple XRP lawsuit to provide regulation for the crypto community. That was released today. Also, July 28th is the housing market moratorium that ends for renters and the housing market. And July 28th is also, right, the date that Janet Yellen said that it's going to be a catastrophe. Let me see if I can pull that up. If by July 28th, some type of federal regulations does not come down the pipeline concerning the United States debt, and I did a live stream on that. I will. Let me see if I can pull that up. I could possibly just Google it. So you have all of these events that are happening on July 28th as more countries begin to test, beginning August, the first week of August, stable coins and cryptocurrencies, right? So let me pull this up. So you know that the Bretton Woods moment, G7, we be talking about G7, the number 7, the Shemitah, the 777 represents the Great Reset. Janet Yellen has already confirmed that the Great Reset will begin pretty much. She says, and if you don't know anything about it, right, 1944, Bretton Woods was introduced, right, a new global currency system. And as economies are recovering from the pandemic and oil prices, let me try to put this article up. And we're now just facing a wreckage and hardship in our economy. So we have a new global economy that will be based on the dollar, the world reserve currency of the United States, no longer being the world reserve currency, right? So, let me see. Try to find that article. Now, let me share some of this history with you since I have a young student on this. I see new people have come in. Candy says, like their music. Yeah, Gwen said, nice beat. Thank you all so much. And thank you all for sharing. So let me give you, I like to teach, right? I like to teach more than anything. I found an article, just some points I want to bring out. Janet Yellen told Americans and a global audience in 25-minute speech. This was delivered from Chicago Council, right? From Chicago Council, that the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and the World Bank, right, meetings are met, and this economists compared the upcoming meetings which will take place in Argentina to 1944. You see your double fours. The Bretton Woods Conference, a meeting that redefined the international monetary system people after World War II created a new world order. So when you see when you hear the term New World Order, this is what people are referring to in 1944, World War II, a new global monetary system that happened in 1944 through Bretton Woods. And it is happening again, a total global system reset. So I'm trying to find that article on July 28th. Deadline of Janet Yellen and the debt limit of the United States, where Janet Yellen it says without a debt limit hike, right? The United States is at risk. It could be a catastrophe. So, right. So let me share this with you. Hello, Cortez, to you as well. So Janet Yellen is saying, right, that without a debt limit, this was in June, hike or increase, if lawmakers fail to act, the United States can face a serious risk of default, and that's to their foreign investors and investors that they owe as soon as August. This happens July at the end of this month as well. So we have three, see, before the latest suspension expires July 31st. Right? So the 28th of July, the 31st is July. She's talking about defaulting on the national debt will be regarded as unthinkable. Failing to increase the debt limit will have absolutely catastrophic, I think I said catastrophe at first, but catastrophic economic consequences. Yellen said that to avoid unnecessary or uncertainty for financial markets, that Congress should pass a new debt limit legislation. Now, the United States is already spending about $50 billion a week. So this expires July 31st, right? And so this made the government uncertainty of its cash flow. News today, Wells Fargo is mirroring 2008. It's have already came out one of the first bigger banks and said, hey, we're cutting out, we are suspending, we're stopping personal credit lines, right? The banks have been broke since 2019, quite frankly. The banks have been broke since 2019. They've been in what is called a repo market. A repo market is not like when your vehicle get repossessed. However, but the bank's repo market is just when the banks do not have the funds or even the federal government's right through to electronically transfer money to be loaned to the consumer. So now, after covering this up for approximately almost 2 years, right, banks are coming out now saying, listen, we don't have lines of credit. We can no longer extend credit lines. In other words, we're broke. Last year, Wells Fargo stopped HELOC loan, which is home equity lines of credit, which is rightfully so because you know that many Americans, millions of Americans are at risk of losing, unfortunately, their homes. So why would you allow any lines of credit, right, to be loaned against property that will become the bank's possessions or the government possessions anyway? So let's listen in. I listen on the, what's the name of this? Value Entertainment. I just want to share 2 or 3 minutes with you all of this clip, and so you can hear from another perspective about what sense of urgency it is the United States go broke and Congress does not extend the credit limit July 31st, right?
Revenues until the Democrats and the Republicans get together and agree upon what Republicans are saying right now is big spending cuts. Now, Adam, are Democrats going to agree to big spending cuts?
That doesn't seem to be their agenda. Here's your friend Janet Yellen right here.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warns of absolutely catastrophic hit to the economic recovery this summer if U.S. can't pay its bills on time.
I mean, in 2000,
that's a good picture of Janet Yellen. She looks good.
Let's see the picture.
She looks like Mrs. Magoo who's scared. Anyways,
It's a good pick.
Okay, somebody understood that. Kudos to somebody.
Come here, Adam.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Finish your cereal.
I put it on the floor for you. Eat up.
Worse comes to
Develop
worse.
some strong protein.
Look, in 2011, the debt of the country was downgraded. Stock market went down 17%. Can you tell me what it would feel like today if the stock market went down 17%? The 10-year bond yield fell 100 basis, a full percentage point. Can you imagine waking up tomorrow and being like, the 10-year yield is 0.47? What? Excuse me? But that's what happened in 2011 because the debt fight was so contentious. The Republicans were so pissed off about Obamacare. So mad. They had just won the midterms. And right now, McConnell's like, I got my eye on the prize.
Get out of here. Let me tell you, it's going to get very ugly.
It's going to get very ugly.
Very ugly because they're not going to agree. So 731, how long do you think it's going to take till they come up with a...
So I did the math because we published on this yesterday. It looks like the government has enough money to run probably through September 20th. Look, Congress, the House of Representatives, after it leaves for the July 4th break, it's in session 9 days after that in the month of July before it leaves for August, the whole month. The first day after July 31st, that there can be a vote.
You just get the chills? Did you just get the chills?
I just got the chills. The first time that there can be a vote after July 31st, which is when the debt limit is hit, is September the 20th after 6:30 p.m.
Wait.
Do
me a favor. Go back for a second. So break that down. If I'm a small business, give it to me as if I'm a small business. July 31st, I no longer have money. I
no longer can issue debt.
I can no longer get any more debt. Okay, I can't do it. So now what? If I'm a small business,
Uncle Sam goes to the bank and they're like, "Sorry, you're cut off."
That's it. And I have only enough cash and reserves to last 2 months.
Well, by then, the Treasury checking account by then should be down to about $400 billion, $450 billion. Well, we're running at about $50 billion a week right now.
So a lot of information dropped in that video. First of all, she said we're running about $50 billion a week right now. The United States, and if you're a small business owner, and if you're not a small business owner, what this means is Federal Reserve is not giving the banks any more money. That's why Wells Fargo came out with this announcement today. No more money in the pipeline. They can't because they're broke. And July 31st, if this is not, Congress does not pass this or is not handled, then the next meeting happens in September. Remember my previous videos that I explained what Shemitah was, and that Shemitah begins September the 7th. If you all don't know and you're watching, you're just tuning in, Shemitah is the 7-year process, right, in which biblically recession starts every 7 years. So let's go to September 9/11, 2001, right? And then after 2001, we had the great housing market crash in 2008. That was exactly 7 years and 11 months. This is why that I am stating or predicting that the 7-11 code will also work for July the 11th, which is approximately 2-3 more days from now. Today's the 8th. And also from September the 17th to September 29th of 2008, the Dow Jones dropped exactly 777 points. So now you have 2015 that came, also a housing market crash. Well, not a housing market crash, but we had another crash in 2015. So Shemitah represents the release and reset of our debts. So the government for 2 months, if this is not concluded July 31st, which I'm predicting it probably won't be, will not meet again until September. And by this time, the banks, right, will not be issuing any more credit. Now, I'm going to keep a very close eye on what this means for credit cards. Again, personal lines of credit have already started the process today with Wells Fargo. I'm expecting JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, other banks to follow this trend because the government is not giving any more money, right, to the banks. What happened in 2019 that was kept silent was the government bailed the banks out, but in 2019 the banks was broke as well. The banks went into repo. And then 30 days to 2 months later, here on the scene is this health pandemic, right? To kind of justify where the economy, or give a reason why for the economy, being that the entire reason is that we're going through an economic reset. Also marks the date of August the 15th, right? In 1971, President Nixon removed cash, right, from the convertibility of gold. Gold and silver is real money. Fiat money is fake or fraud, whatever else you want to use. And so the government, right, then took away the rights of other countries, right? They already took that away from citizens in 1933. And they began to make citizens accept this money and turn into real silver and gold to government, or you will be fined 10 years in jail or a $10,000 fine, right? Or both. So citizens of the United States already had that right taken away legally, and not, but other countries still had the right to bring US dollars, like Spain and Japan and China, and convert it and get the real gold from the United States. And so with that being said, right, okay, then your birthday is right in line with Shamita, and you have the 777. That is awesome. I want you all to know, I think this is the most powerful quote that I can share with anyone. And I'm only going to do it for Space Zone. If he would not have made that comment, I wouldn't share this because it is powerful. A lot of people think that your birth day or your it's just your date of birth, right? But they don't know the significance that this holds in this universe. So give me 1 second. Let me find this quote. Yes. And the importance of astrology, knowing Shemitah, knowing numerology, in Genesis 1:14, I think. I'm not looking this up, but this is just coming right off my memory. But the Bible clearly states that signs and wonders, the moon and the sun is here for signs and wonders. And a lot of people may or may not believe in the power of astrology, but this is a very, very powerful quote by JP Morgan, and how planets and your date of birth and numerology and gematria affects the financial institution. So I'm going to share this for you, just for you, since your birthday is 9 and we see the 3777s. And everyone else, you all can just, you can get this knowledge too. But JP Morgan and astrology, the statement was, millionaires do not use astrology. Billionaires do. Right? And so they're saying that JP Morgan's, his belief in astrology is that his timing of the markets, stocks, investing, et cetera, wasn't just always based upon his intellectual knowledge and having good trades, right? He read his horoscope many times. He believed that and explained that the changing positions of the planets and their effects on politics, business, and the stock market. No further proof of this interest in science, beyond the fact, but a lot of these rich and wealthy people had astrologers that they invested in. And when I go over things like Shemitah, the 7th year, the biblical times, when we will have a full moon, a new moon. I think a new moon is actually tomorrow. When we have the solar eclipse, I know there may be like way above some of your understanding, and that's okay, right? I think anything repeated enough time eventually will register into your subconscious mind. And as Dana, which is also Double D, gives the $9.99 super chat, right? The reason why, if you are watching me for the first time, new to this channel, the reason why you will see people give in repetitive numbers is because that means something, right? Whether it's 333, 999, 1111, 77. Some people give into the 777. And this is so that they can be in alignment with astrology and alignment with the universe of what's going on. And when they are in alignment with the universe, then the triple blessings of Shemitah from Leviticus 25 is bestowed upon them. So Leviticus promises that for 3 years, right, that the ultimate God, that I teach you all that you all are gods, but the ultimate God, the Most High God, will protect you and sustain you during the recession. This year is the 9th Jubilee as Dana comes in at the 999. And this is the 9th 7th year reset. 9 is the highest spiritual number that there is. And because of that, I believe that this is not just another 7-year recession like 2008, 2015, 2001, right? We're going to see a 50th year jubilee. So when people give into those numbers, they are giving in alignment with the language of the universe, that what I speak and teach them, as one of my followers said on one of my other live streams, I forgot his name, but he said, once you have revelation, information, right? And revelation, information. What was the rest? Can you all help me out? Revelation, information. I don't know if it was revelation, information. I should have wrote it down. But I know the last one was application, right? He said revelations, information. It was 4 of them. I don't know if it was education, but in terms, right? And when you apply, application, thank you, then you are becoming in alignment with the universe, with the ultimate high God, right? Also, 999 Double D, I like to refer to Job 22 and 23. Job went through hardship, right? But then he got blessed double, right? Double blessings. Whenever you see 22, that means multiplication of double blessings and double for his trouble. Lori has the 888. 8 represents new beginnings, right? Let me share this with you all. Sometimes I refer to 2 mentors often, and let me show you the profile. I think you all know Brian Bean. If you don't, just look at my last video that I uploaded, I think last night. You all have to forgive me because I do a lot of videos. And so my last video that I uploaded last night with Brian Bean has over 2,000 views. So, but this is my other mentor that I reference, and his name is Mr. Felix Anderson. You can follow him on Facebook as well. 88 is what he posted today. New thoughts, new habits, new language, new moves, new boundaries, new money. Double 88, new. It says, pay attention to patterns. This was the forecast weather in his area today. And I did like that, of just 88, right? And exactly 1:11 today, I text him a screenshot that I was driving in my vehicle, but exactly 1:11, it was showing 88 degrees. And so on Job 22 and 23, back to Dana, the high spiritual number being 9, that scripture says, you shall decree a thing, right? And it shall be established unto you. So 9 is perfection and declaration. Now, this is the thing. I always talk to you all about you are God's, right? According to Psalms 82:6, according to John 10:34, according to Ephesians 3:20, now unto him being the highest God, the ultimate God, or Elohim, who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. This is where you get into the higher dimensions, right? Exceedingly abundantly. That's higher than your thought process can take you. That means whatever you can imagine, that it takes you beyond what you can imagine. If you are imagining yourself riding in a Mercedes or a Lambo, right? If you are imagining yourself owning 10 acres of land with a lake, or 20 acres of land with a lake, that according to Ephesians 3:20, he can do even better than that, right? Now unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you, whatever you can even ask or think. But this is the thing. It's according to the power that works within you. So if you don't know how to tap into that power, right, Ephesians 3:20 won't come into effect for you. And this also is something I thought about today, or a thought that was brought to me today. The Bible says that the power of life and death is in your tongue. I was doing a live stream, I think last night, and someone says, yes, I am what God says I am. Listen, the Bible says it's in your tongue. It didn't say it was in God's tongue. See, God, Elohim, I need to start saying gods because that's plural. I know religion has taught a lot of people that there's just one ultimate God. But in Genesis 1:1, that's my numbers again, it teaches you that the very first thing it teaches you that this was a networking connection that was done to bring into universe. Now, this will go against some of your religious belief, and that's okay. I'm just going to challenge you to just think on this. I know it's showing, or it seems, or appears to be that one God did things in 7 days. But if you study ancient Egyptians, they'll tell you that there are many gods: the sun god, right, water god. I can't think of all of their names right now. And the very first thing Genesis 1:1 teaches you is the power of networking. And when you want to get into prosperity, you have to be in a community of like-minded people and networking, right? And so it appears that it's one God that's making creations every day. But I beg to differ for you all to really get a Hebrew Greek. This is like my Hebrew Greek keyword study Bible, and it'll break down the original terminology of a lot of these things. And so, number one, get into the power of networking, get into the power of alignment. Numbers is a universal language. Whenever you play the lottery, I saw something the other day that says 777, you win $20,000, right? And also, She Love, thank you so much, Paul. Let me write this down so I won't forget because I take notes when I'm teaching as well, because I don't think you all really understand a lot of this stuff. When I go live, I don't have any intentions of talking about certain things, and I just be prompted to do it. I told my mentor called me today, and I told him, I said, do not talk to me about spiritual things, because when I live stream, it's going to come out, and I'm just trying to stay on the topic of crypto. But when you all give, I want to teach you what you're giving into and why you're giving, so that you can get your harvest, right? So if you did not see last night live streams, I talked about how my mentor also showed me in Genesis 1 that God said, God saw, and he called, right? So rewatch that live stream if you did. I'm not going to reteach it again, but you have to say, right? The power of life or death is in your tongue, right? You have to say, because you have God's DNA and you have the breath of God within you. And we are gods. That's why God told us in Genesis, we have dominion over everything. He said, you have dominion over the earth, but if you don't want to speak to the earth or the universe, then you're not exercising your dominion. The only thing God did was he spoke, or the gods did was speak. And then they saw it in their mind, their mental state, the law of attraction, the law of vibration. All of this is coming to work. So now the mental state, before it's manifesting in the physical, they imagine it. I want you all to take time, and this is some of what meditation does. Meditation allows you to mental play where you want to see yourself in life, and then start also having those feelings and emotions. First, you're going to start with seeing 100K or 10,000 in your checking account. Then you're going to start imagining yourself on another level. Like, how would I feel when I wake up and see an extra 10,000? How would I feel when Bitcoin hits 100K? Or how would I feel when Ether, which is also equal to 11 in the background, hits 10,000 and I'm invested, right? Or how would I feel July 28 when Ms. Warren says, okay, you all have to July 28 to have some regulations on crypto. And this will also be great news for XRP holders. How would you feel? See, you already have to have that feeling. And then once you have that feeling, you have to name your assets. You have to name your checking account, something that's an attractor of wealth, right? One of my checking accounts is called Money Comets, for example. I have more than one. So my other checking accounts are business checking accounts that have my business name, and my business names represent wealth. So you need to name your assets, right? So that's for the people that gave the super chat. Sharon says 1111. Free your mind, be open to believing beyond your current understanding and reprogramming. I do agree with that, because this is why C-Stamp says, can I put the link to that book? You cannot find it. C-Stamp, I don't know what book you're talking about. Let me know. Are you talking about the Bible? The Bible that I just held up? I don't know if this is what you're talking. You can tell I've been using this, but it's King James Version, Hebrew, Greek, Keyword Study Bible. I've had this Bible for years. I ordered it from a bookstore, so I don't know. Maybe you can Google it and find it. But I have pages folded, and this is my go-to when I want as close to the original translation that I can get from the true meaning of the Bible. I don't know, C-Stamp. This Bible is so old. This is about 10 years old, and I bought it from a local bookstore. I didn't buy it online. So I'm sorry I can't help you with that. So with that being said, let's get into where do I want to go now, because I did not mean to go there. Let's look into Warren, SEC, July 28. I said 7-Eleven, and again, this is Elizabeth Warren. So this is why you're seeing banks. As we see Bitcoin's at 32K. Look at the W11 for Ethereum, $2,110. The W11 for XRP is 6.1149 cents. Cardano at $1.31. And so Elizabeth Warren gives SEC July 28 deadline to figure out crypto regulation. She sent a letter to the SEC chair. Gary Gensler says she needs answers by July 28. So she's a Democrat from Massachusetts. She's giving the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, to the end of this month to figure out its role in regulating cryptocurrencies. So a lot of people are happy, excited about this. That means that XRP, in their opinion, will have some type of regulations. But I still think XRP will be 2022, right? But definitely the beginning of 2022. But this is definitely a step in the right direction. So again, when you have housing moratoriums that are ending also July 28, people, this is definitely drying up the funds that's available to banks. This is definitely a great thing for people that's invested in cryptocurrency, right? That's invested in cryptocurrency. You also have France and Singapore, who has started their cross-border CBDC transactions. And so the central banks, right? Central banks of France and Singapore are working on a digital currency system supporting multiple global CBDCs, which is central banks digital currencies. So this was released 16 hours ago, right? This will also be bullish news for XRP as well. And the Bank of France, as a part of this experiment, have already simulated cross-border, cross-currency transaction for a Singapore dollar-based CBDC and the euro. So this is getting all countries on an even playing field, right? Pretty much on an even playing field. And they're expected to be completed with this experiment by the fall. Again, we talked about Shemitah, September the 7th, beginning 2021 of this year. So you're seeing more use cases. You're seeing more other countries beginning to do their testing to put their everything in place for them, for their currency to run on its own application. You already have Russia and China that's have already is not accepting or not using the US dollar anymore, right? Also, I have some news on Shiba Inu. They also have a date in July, right? July, the 7th month, is people, again, 777, a new currency system reset, right? And this is why you see a lot of this going on this month in July, and you're going to see even bigger changes of event beginning in September. So you have the 7% here. She was up approximately 7% on yesterday, right? 7% on yesterday. And July the 20th, it says mark your calendars, right? Investors may have been on for a bumpy ride, but for investors in Shiba Inu, these moves have been mostly to the upside. So they're expecting to see a bullish, long anticipated launch. I'm calling Shiba Swap the dawning of a new era. Interesting. It's going to be a new era. So let's look out for July 20th for Shiba. Let's see if we see any high uptrend, any high gains. We'll definitely pay close attention to that. So the last thing that I want to bring to you all is about the 666 patent application for cryptocurrency. This was actually in May the 28th, exactly, right? So you know that 666 represents DNA reprogramming, right? The triple alpha. So you have the 333. 666 is a code for life, right? It's the carbon atomic number. It represents 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. 66 is also melanin as well, right? It represents melanin. And so Microsoft patented, Bill Gates have filed for patent number. In numerology, 0 is not a number, so this is 666 for a microchip, which is inserted in the body, and my voice. Let me drink some water. And which rewards activity with cryptocurrency. So it's a system that rewards physical activity with cryptocurrency. Again, May 28, 2020. A microchip. Now, this article is saying that it may be inserted into people's body. I read other articles saying that it will not, but it will monitor your activity in return for cryptocurrency. Wow. Doesn't this remind you of Revelations, the Mark of the Beast, right? Because if we're transitioning to a cryptocurrency system and you don't have people invested at the foundational stages, right, that they can get this microchip that would give them cryptocurrency. And especially if they're not invested, which people that's behind on their mortgage and rent does not have any money to invest, they may, allow this to be happening. So it goes on to say that the patent application has not yet been granted, specifically the application for a system whereby tasks are given to users, which on participation or completion can be rewarded with cryptocurrencies. Information is collected from a sensor with potentially within the user's device to determine whether the task can be completed. So this is interesting, right? Again, they're saying this has not been approved as of yet. This patent has not been approved, but it definitely equal to 666 and was applied for. So let me show you another article on that, and then we're wrapping it up, right? And this is by Bill Gates. It says like a Black Mirror. You're right, Todd. Someone says I smile a lot. I try. I do smile a lot. I do. I love to smile. I do. I love to have live streams where I'm smiling, because sometimes when I'm serious, it can be a little rough for people that come on and play with me, right? I tell my moderators to block them quick. So I'm glad, when I have these live streams where I am smiling and So Bill Gates will use microchip, body to mine cryptocurrency. So patenting a system that uses human biometrics such as body heat and brain wave activity to mine cryptocurrency. Again, it was filed under international patent number in 2020. There's the 666 again. Entitled Cryptocurrency System Using Body Data Activity, leverages human body activity as proof of work. Let me say this, right? I'm going to stop because I think it went out, but this is showing some more of the patent. If Bill Gates can understand body activity, vibrations, a sensor, and the importance of your DNA, please tell me why is it hard for some religious people to understand that concept as well, that we are nothing more but energy, frequency, and vibrations, and that you have the power to proclaim, you have the power to give and change your situation. Just do me this, right? Read Genesis, starting with 1, and you can end at Genesis 8 if you want to. And if people say God is not speaking numbers, that's not his universal language, just look at Genesis chapter 7. How many times he mentions 777 in Genesis chapter 7, right? 777. I have my Bible here, but I'm at 50 minutes, so I won't take it out. I'm giving you all some homework. How many times he mentions 7 in Genesis chapter 7? And that was actually doing a reset as well. He was telling Noah that I'm going to cause a great flood to come upon the earth, and I'm going to reset this system because, you know what? I don't like the behavior of the humans or the current people that's dwelling in this earth realm now, and I'm going to do a reset. I'm going to rewash, reset, and flood it out. And this is where we are right now. And also, the rainbow has 7 colors. And after the flood, he told Noah, he said, you know, I'm going to display the rainbow because it's going to be remembrance that I will never again reflood or reset the earth, right? And so God's universal number, when he said he wants an offering, and he tell you, I want 3 of this and 3 of this type of animal and 2 of this animal and 1 of this animal, his language is numbers. His language is numbers. The Elohim, the gods of the universe, language is numbers. That's how you become in alignment and in agreement and allow his protection to be over you. And you ignite your power by your vibrations. Nikola Tesla, I'm giving you all some more homework. Go study Nikola Tesla, 369. He knew the powers of numbers as well, and the number system in the universe, right? In 2 Chronicles, right, 1 and 11, King Solomon gave an offering, and that prompted God's attention, right? And so the power of life and death is in your tongue. Your tongue, speak it, say it, see it in your mind, in your subconscious mind. And when then you call it, you name it. When it comes into manifestation, give it a name, right? And that's really, it's really simple, but for some people, just those simple instructions become complicated and they never walk in their dominion on earth. So this is all I have for you all. We are definitely looking out for the month of July, the 7th month, the reset that's going on. Let's see the NBA scores, also the Phoenix Suns in alignment with the Phoenix, which represents, and they are ahead, the 1988 Economist magazine with the Phoenix, the immortal bird, rising from the ashes of the dollar burning under the claws of the Phoenix. And it's displaying XLM, physical gold, Bitcoin, and XRP that represents the Phoenix. Also note, people, that the next game will be exactly on July 11th for the Phoenix Suns. And then their first game, the Phoenix Suns won by 118. So you have 11 and 8, right? 1-1 represents transition or creation, right? And 8 represents new beginning. And also 8 also represents infinity, right? Is that, Sean, where have you been? Where have you been? There are 7 chakras in the body. That is so true. 7 chakras in the body. Also, I talked about astrology, but just know anatomy, astrology, numerology, and gematria, which is numerology as well, is all a part of this financial system. Once you understand that, and you understand the law of alignment and agreement and the law of numbers and the law of giving and receiving and networking, not doing things solo. Spiritually, mentally, financially, and physically, you're going to be fine. But if you don't understand that, hey, you're not being attracted to this channel for no reason. You're giving fair warning. You're getting the information. If you don't apply, if you don't take action, if you don't do application, right, as She Love said, then your consequences. And I'm not wishing anything bad on people, but the Bible said it's better to know a thing, right, than to not. It's better to not know a thing than to know a thing and not do it. But the great thing is, when you give money and it circulates back to you, it never comes back in the same amount. It always comes back multiplied. I told you God was the best mathematician that there was. He does not know what adding or subtraction look like. He only knows multiplication. So Sean, you're right, the 7 chakras in the body, 7 colors in the rainbow. Sean says, hello, Queen. Are you familiar with the sacred oil that's produced? I am, but I did not know it was produced on our birthday. I did know, however, that the sacred oil is what, whenever the moon enter into your, give me a second. Whenever the moon enter into your the Sean kind of threw me off. Moon enter into your zodiac sign. That's what I was looking for. Whenever the moon enters into your zodiac sign, you should not be having sex because that oil is released in the pineal gland. You should not, the moon phases, engage in alcohol activities. I told one of my friends this, and he was like, well, I'm sorry, I have to have sex every day. I said, are you serious? Because it's only like 2 days that this happened. I said, you mean you can't go 2 days without the higher calling? Like, nah, I can't. I was like, wow. No alcoholic beverages. And if we can raise it, yes, to the pineal gland, it has the power to activate. It does. The 7 chakras also teach you about sexual transmutation, of rising your sexual desires to that happens through meditation as well. I'm going to show you all that for Sean. No, it's the moon. I pulled it up, the moon phase calendar. The first Bitcoin block was harvested on January the 3rd in 2009. And guess what? Ghost, Psalms, 777. What's crypto? 777. I wish you all was on this live stream together. Guess what the halving was last year? May 11th. May 11th of 2020 was the Bitcoin halving, 5/11/20, right? And so, wow, January 3rd, 09. Okay. Any number of relevance? Bitcoin under gematria is 999. I guess I can show that too. Let me close all these out because I'm at the hour mark. So I'm going to show these 2 things for YouTube, and then I'm logging off. A slave to his lower. Hey, slave to your lower self. So this is for Sean and Go Psalm 777, right? All right, Sean, this is for you. This is what a lot of Pentecostals call the anointing or the olive oil, and they put it on your forehead, right? Your pineal gland. And Pentecostals, they somewhat know what they're doing, but they don't. And this is what I mean. They don't understand that that oil on the pineal gland, that third eye, is just a representation of how you're supposed to conduct that internal. And they don't understand that their laying on the hands is just a transfer of energy and vibration. And energy, vibrations, frequency, and sound, people get healed. And it's a transfer of energy, and they call it the anointing, right? So we have today's date is July the 8th. So the moon enters into Gemini, right? Gemini, July the 8th, and it exits out. Is this the right one? Because it was supposed to be 2 days, I thought. It is 2 days. Well, for Libra, it's 2 days. So like July 16th, July 17th is the enter for Libra. So I'm a Libra. Those are my no sex days, no alcohol days. But hey, if you want to get that spiritual blessing, this is what you have to do. Scorpio, July 18th, 19th. Sagittarius, July 20th, 21st. Capricorn, July 22nd, 23rd. Aquarius, July 24th, 25th. Pisces, July 26th, 27th. And Aries, July 28th through July 30th, right? And July 31st is Taurus, which is what we have going on in our government, a lot of big dates. July 20th is Sagittarius. That's supposed to be Sheba's date. And let's go back to July 8th is Gemini. July 9th and 10th is Cancer. 11th and 12th is Leo. 13th, 14th, and 15th, Virgo, you have 3 days in July, right? Not 2. Yes, I am a Libra. I am a Libra. So that is, I shared that link with you all. Actually, Shemitah next year ends on my birthday. And my mentor that I showed you all earlier on Facebook, we share the same birthday. His birthday is also 9/26. And so when and we were having this discussion last night, like your birth certificate means something. Your birth certificate, your social security numbers, right? Your date of birth numbers. I showed you all JP Morgan when he made the statement that millionaires don't need astrology, but if you're a billionaire, you do. And he meant by that was you can become a millionaire, but when it gets to that higher level of becoming billionaire status, you definitely will need astrology. So this is my 777 Ghost Psalms. If you're still on, this is for you. You asked me about Bitcoin, January the 3rd, I think you said 2009. January 3rd, 2009. And I'm going to have to get off the live stream because after this, because when I share a lot of spiritual things, I get drained and I can't like do too much on one live stream because it's a spiritual pool. If I was just talking about crypto and whatever, I can live stream for probably 2 hours. But when I get to the spiritual part that combines with the financial part, my body's just physically drained, right? So I'm going to stop with this. Bitcoin all across the board in gematria is 9. The English, it equals 9999. So I'm really expecting September to be a big, big month, especially with Shemitah scheduled for 9/7 of this year, to be a big, big month for Bitcoin. So when you mentioned 2009, January the 3rd, right? Again, we did have the Bitcoin halving May 11 of last year. So that's the 11. But I just know that January, new beginning. And then On Jesus' big numbers was 33 as well. So on that third. So I'm signing out. Yeah, I'm adding all the numbers up. Okay, your son is in great company. 925 on 9. My mother's birthday is 9/9, right? I won't give her a year because of her age, but it's definitely 9/9. Well, thank you for your prayers. I definitely need that. For me, it's very draining. And when I live stream, I try not to talk to my mentor because we usually talk about spiritual things. And when I'm live streaming, I see spiritual things, especially when you all super chat and the numbers come up, and it'll take my frequency to that. I try to control it, but a lot of times I'm just getting to the point where I can't. But I'm trying to. And so, like today, when I live stream about Wells Fargo, right, I was able to stay on topic. But usually when it gets into crypto and all of these cosmos and things in the ether, which we are made of ether and all that, it's kind of hard, right? So I'm signing out, you all. Here's to your health and your wealth, right? Your peace and your prosperity and your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. As we have all of these Libras in September, I love the frequency, right? And don't worry if you're not a Libra. We're not gonna hold it against you, right? We just know we are special. We have Shemitah out, and the calendar for September is always September is the beginning for that. And also Libra is in the 7th house of the zodiac sign. The 7th house. Research that as well. Sean says men should practice semen retention to help raise their coon. That I do know Think and Grow Rich definitely says that men should not be practicing masturbation because it lowers their thinking IQ. No porn, no masturbation. And it was actually the 11th chapter of Think and Grow Rich. The 11th chapter. And so much of that, so when you have men that masturbate a lot, they're or porn or pornography. Let me get on this real quick. It's 107, right? 107. And thank you all for commenting. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, just put a comment and let me know what you are. Taurus. Okay, I'm saying thank you all. This is going on, so let's put it in the comment section. But let me say this, and I'm definitely logging out this time. Sean is trying to keep me, pulling out of me, right? This is the thing. Holding too much semen can be chaotic. This is the thing. You have to either practice sexual transmutation, right? Or transmuting, pulling it up to your 7 chakras and up to your through your chest and to your pineal gland. Or you have to get somebody that your frequency, energy, vibrations, and spirituality is sexual connected with. See, the church teaches much about STDs, sexual transmitted disease. And they talk about the sexual demons and, connecting, but they don't teach it in a way where you can also sexually connect with someone and it takes you to a higher frequency level. Right? We were supposed to talk about crypto. You all have me all on astrology and sex and the 7 chakras. But there are also STDs of sexual transmitted dimensions. You get with the right person on the right page that has a healthy diet, that does earthing, that is spiritual in tune, that is woke, like twin flames, compatibility. You won't have a STD, a sexual transmitted demon or disease. You'll have a sexual transmitted dimension, meaning that spiritually, I'm logging out, but yeah, you can go. You can go. And I don't know why the church doesn't teach that part of it either. But just think it makes sense. If you connect with someone that's on your lower frequency vibration level, and it can lead to a sexual transmitted demon or disease, let's think of the reversal of connecting with someone on your spiritual connectivity level. That's what happens. That's what can happen, right? Sean says, yes, it's chaotic, but it helps you go beast mode in the gym, and it helps your intellectual. But if you find someone that you are compatible with on that spiritual wavelength, people, your creativity, your finances is I'm getting speechless just even thinking about it. So let me log off. Roman Rose says, Queen, well, you all make me go here. I didn't have, look at the title of this video. I wasn't even planning on talking about this. This is stuff I need to be teaching in private, settings, probably like Jesus did. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to get better at doing it, about sharing things publicly that should be shared privately, right? So good night. Yeah, that's definitely a lesson for another day. Some people won't understand, but the ones that are on here, they get it. They understand. So be careful who you connect with sexually in that spiritual world. There are great benefits, but it's great disadvantages, as I have exactly 88 people on, right, as well. But just know there are some good out of it, and it's a pros and it's cons, right? Pros and cons. You all stay blessed as well. I'll see you tomorrow when I live stream. Make sure you are subscribed and you hit that bell notification button.